What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today I want to talk about the rapper Fulio, who got, you know, deleted on his birthday. And, he was a well-known rapper, I think, down there in Florida. And just another rapper gets deleted. Another young black talent gets deleted. It's just another day in America, right? Just another day in America where we don't really care about or value life until it's gone, right? And the thing about Fulio is that he, unfortunately, and of course, my condolences to the family, obviously, right? Because, someone getting their lives taken away, so early is always bad. But at the same time, Fulio was 26. I think he was 26 years old, a grown man. And this man decided, to create the energy around him that will facilitate his exit from this planet. This is the same guy who made music videos dancing on the graves of other young black men who lost their lives in similar situations. This is the same man who makes music videos expressing his joy at the death of other black men, bragging about as if he kind of either had something to do with it, his people had something to do with it. Either way, he was happy with the outcome of many other young black boys his age, younger, some older, in their demise. And with his insane lack of situation awareness, after celebrating the death continuously, making music, putting that negative energy in the air, inviting people to reach out and touch him, challenging the people that he has disrespected, challenging the people, the family members, and the friends of those who also were killed in similar situations to do something about what it is he's proud and happy that has happened. When you make your money off death music, when those George Soros funded, y'all know what George Soros mean, execs finance and promote and help you distribute death and destruction to your community, at some point that death and destruction will come upon you. So this guy Fulio, on his birthday, he thought that he could live a peaceful life and that people was going to let him live and he was going to enjoy his birthday, and he was going to tell he invited the eraser to delete him. He invited him. He told him where he was going to be. So not only did the guy disrespect the dead, which is, if you black, if you're African, if you're a black person, that's the big no-no. You never disrespect the dead. That's where it stops. It's over. Whatever problems you had in life, when that person dies, that's it. But when you go and desecrate the dead, you're desecrating more than just that person's life. You're disrespecting life itself. Your level of disrespect is on such a level is almost irredeemable, right? So of course karma, which is real, will come back to you. So not only did you disrespect a guy who died and got killed on his birthday, made a music video about it, flaunted it, made money off of it, in return he also died on his birthday. The same way. The same energy he gave out, he received, right? And I blame society for this because no one taught Fulio how to be a man. Fulio was a boy with a lot of money. Fulio was an immature child with a lot of money. And a lot of these rappers, these young, immature, unknowledgeable boys, mentally ill, damaged products of society. We are putting money in their pockets, and we are inflating their ego artificially, and they are going out here and doing the most self-deprecating things they possibly can do. They are trying to get themselves deleted. Fulio did everything he could on his birthday to get himself deleted. He got what he was looking for. You understand? I didn't say he deserved it. He got what he was looking for. He invited it in. He told the vampire to come in the house. He gave you a location. You already know you have supposed ops, right? And 9 times out of 10, most of these little young, brash, unintelligent, unformed human beings, these feminine tendency boys, because they're raised by their mamas, they have no father, no male figure to show them that there are consequences to their actions in the real world. You can't just go around rah and not expect somebody to rah on you. You got these boys who don't know how to handle their emotions. They have zero impulse control. All those things are important to be a man. If you can't control your emotions, then you can't survive in this world, because you will allow your emotions to get you in trouble. You will do something, or something will happen to you. And that's what's happening to a lot of our boys out here. They're consuming this music, right? People say, oh, it's not the music, blah, blah. No, it is the music. It's the magic in the music. It's the suggestions that's being beat into their head with the drum. That's why all these kids walk around acting like thugs. They don't know the first thing about being. All of these kids walking around pretend, these drill rappers, these fake little young gangsters who was watching us. Y'all were watching our generation talk about gang life, violence, because of the conditions that we were put in because of the society. Now you got all these young ones pretending and wanting and having their aspirations be the thug, the street dude, and when they live in 2-parent households in the burbs. Most of these people, they even if they live in the city, they're not gangsters. They inspire to be gangsters. They're not in situations where they have to sell drugs to survive. They're doing it because they think it's cool, because the music videos tell them it's cool, right? They think that their opportunity in the music industry is to immediately beef with the guy across the street. That's how they get their cred. Clout chasing off drama. That's the quickest way to the bag. And it works, because drama sells. But guess what also sells? Another dead rapper sells. But guess what? Because he probably didn't own himself like most of these rappers that get killed. They don't even call them black boys no more. Rapper dies. When a black guy gets killed, rapper dies. Rapper dies. Rapper dies. Not young man gets killed, rapper dies. It seems to be part of the profession. And guess what? Those music industries, music companies that own you, they got insurance out on all these rappers. So they know what's going to happen. And they're going to sell even more Fulio. Fulio's, I'm sure his live stream, his records are going off the roof right now. Whatever he made, all his property, all that, some George Soros type individual, y'all know what that means, is making a ton of money off him right now. More money than he probably made when he was alive. And then they're going to go sign the next young, uneducated, unformed black male to go out. They're going to give him a mic. They're going to say, rap about this, and we'll give you money. They're going to throw some money in his face, and he's going to go out there and do the same thing. Rinse and repeat. Now, I don't feel bad for Fulio at all. He invited this. I feel bad for his parents. I feel bad for the people that loved him, that were affected by his choices. But I don't feel bad for him, because as a grown man, he asked for it. That's what he did. He wanted this to happen to him. And it happened. Now he's a legend. He can be a legend along with the rest of them, right? He got to play the game all the way to the end. Right? Now he goes down in history as another rapper that got killed. Right? Leaving broken hearts all over the place. Torn souls all over the place. And we as a community need to come together and be like, look, it's the music. It's the artificial commercial culture that the George Soros, business owner of the world, pushes to our community. They also push it to other communities. There are European Americans, palm colored people, that do the same thing in their ghetto neighborhoods, listening to the same music, killing themselves. It doesn't just affect black boys. This affects everybody. The entire generation is being infected by this poison magic that's being produced by the George Soros types of execs, because they make tons of money off drama and chaos. That's all TV is. Drama and chaos. That's all reality TV is. Drama and chaos. They just get people who would never get along in real life, and they stuff them in the room for 2 weeks, and they throw some scenarios at them, and they see what's going to happen. And we all eat it up because we like to see a fight. We like to see people go at each other. It's human nature. And they know people are going to watch it. So you can monetize that. Right? Black drama. You know, black people, we're the most famous people on the planet. Everything we do, we can eat a bowl of cereal is more entertaining than other people eating bowls of cereal. We can watch paint dry, and people will watch us watch paint dry because they say we watching paint dry way cooler than anybody else can watch paint dry. So when we kill each other, when we hurt each other, when we destroy each other, when we shoot each other, guess what? Everybody's watching, and they're entertained, and people are making money. You know? So tomorrow, another rapper is going to get killed. Next week, another rapper is going to get killed. That's just how it goes, right? But in the European world, it'll just be some rando walking into a grocery store, shooting up the place because his feelings is hurt, because he's mentally ill, because society sucks, right? Every group has their people that's falling for the system is which we all live under, and they lose their minds. We have to take control of our boys, or we're going to have a lost generation. We're going to have to take control of our boys. Our boys don't know how to be men. Our boys are growing up acting like women, but in male bodies. A man is supposed to be able to control his emotions. That's our superpower, to control our emotions. When we get upset, you're supposed to get upset in your head. You're supposed to process that feeling and then make a sound, non-emotional decision after that for the greater good of the people that you're supposed to be in charge of, or the people you're protecting. Women, they can be emotionally unhinged. That's what they're supposed to be. They're soft. They're dainty. They're women. They're feminine. They're supposed to be like that. It's okay. A man is supposed to be the counterbalance. We're supposed to be able to handle all of that chaotic emotion. We're not supposed to be the one with chaotic, uncontrollable emotions. Because you have a man that has chaotic, uncontrollable emotions, he needs to be put down by society, because society don't have time for uncontrollable beasts of a man that has all this strength, all this power, but does have no control over it. It's just ridiculous. And of course, we'll get people crying and putting teddy bears and flowers and, oh my God, and they're going to call on God, and they're going to call on religion. Why can't we have peace? They're going to whine and complain about, I can't believe they took this from me. But then the next day, the same peers that's going to go to his funeral and wish that why we got to be like this, they're going to go make another video talking about how they just put their ops down. How they're gonna go and produce and manufacture the same energy that caused Fulio to finally be deleted, the way he clearly was asking for by his actions in life. So I don't even feel sad. I don't feel sad. That's what he wanted to do. He didn't have no problems with other people getting deleted and murdered in various ways. He didn't have no problems with a young man's bones being found. He thought that was hilarious. So there's gonna be people who thinks it's hilarious that he got killed the way he got killed. That's how life works. You know? Live by the sword, die by the sword. If you want to live by that sword, you should expect to die by the sword. It's just that simple. Anyway, that's really all I got to say about it, you know. Until we men and mothers stop being afraid of their sons, and fathers start taking responsibility for the children they create. You can't talk about a single mother when it's men making single mothers. Anybody force you to put your eggplant inside that woman? Anybody force you to release your seed inside that woman? You just chose to do that. You manipulated her emotions, and you made that child, and you disappeared because all of a sudden the woman that was good enough for you to lay with, she ain't good enough to raise that child you made with. And then you go disappear, and now you making fun of her because you emotionally manipulated her. Now she ain't a single mother who got to do it all by herself. When in a family, you need a male and a female. You need a male who has full man responsibilities and full man who plays a full male role and control his family the way a male is supposed to control his family, and a woman needs to control her portion of the family and do the things that a woman is supposed to do, and to create a unit to create and build effective children that can survive in this world. But when you got a woman who's by herself because she got kids, because the piece of shit dude she chose to be with, by the way, because she never had a father to teach her what a good man looks like, and her mom is not going to help her pick a good man because she didn't know how to pick a good man. So y'all just passing down bad choices to your daughters, and they picking these piece of shit dudes who leaving them with several kids and no support. Now they got to have 2-3 jobs, and they leaving their sons at home to emulate all the women they see in their family. Now they're acting like women in their male bodies. So they go out here, they meet another boy that act like a woman. You got 2 women fighting each other in male bodies, and then because they don't have control of their emotions, one of them get hurt, one of them get killed, and the other one go to jail. What a waste of a life. All because they weren't built up right. All because there's no culture instilled in them. All because there's no discipline instilled in them. All because America says a child can do what they want. The government says they know better how to raise your children than you do. How is that working out for anybody? White, black, Asian, Indian, indifferent. Nobody. It's not working out for anybody. So we're going to have to do something, or it's just going to keep being like this. That's what it is. We're going to have to do something. The male needs to be back in the house. Remember when welfare told all the black women and all the poor white women that, hey, if you want the government to give you this money, you better kick your boyfriend out the house. You better kick that baby father. That's where it started. That's where it all started. Before y'all women started getting that Section 8 from the government, they gave you houses, they gave you food stamps, they gave you the ability to secure your family because you knew the dude that you picked, that you slept with, that you opened your legs with was a piece of shit and he was never going to be around. That guy, they told you don't let that guy in the house. So that means all the dudes that actually wanted to be there, that got women pregnant, that wanted to be there for their children, but because society made it so maybe they weren't making a lot of money and the woman had to get on disability, she had to get on some sort of government program. That government program said, yeah, we're not giving you no money unless you kick the father out the house. And if we see the father in the house, we're going to cut your resources off. So it conditioned these women to shun and say they don't need a man. They independent because the government's going to pay them. Their new daddy, their new baby father has been the federal government, the state governments. They gave them everything they needed to say fuck you to their men, leaving their men out here to deal with child support that crushes their opportunity to thrive in this life, right? Putting them in jail, taking their license away so they can't even operate as adults in society. Also, the woman can have her $500 food stamps that she's gonna sell at the Save-A-Lot for $1,000. She's gonna get $1,000. She's gonna go shopping with half that, and she go buy $200 worth of groceries for the kids. We know how it go. So the government has put us in this condition to where we have a bunch of unmanaged, undisciplined children that don't have a father, that doesn't even garner enough respect for his word to mean anything in and outside of the house. And this is across the board, where women have been artificially placed as the head of the household when that's not their role. And look who have we produced: a bunch of female men who don't know how to act like men, and a bunch of women who don't know what a good man is. It's like a lost generation, all because of the government, because they know better, and all because we fell for it. We gave up our culture, we gave up our family values, we gave all that up so the government can give you money to put in your pocket, because we forgot how to court. We forgot how our daughters are supposed to be introducing the people, the boys that they're introduced to the family. We're supposed to be sitting down and having dinner with prospective boyfriends. We're supposed to be getting to know who these boys that have intentions with our daughters. Our grandmothers are supposed to be giving advice to the daughters on how to treat a man, how to nourish a man, how to be a wife. Women ain't even getting taught how to be wives, but they want to be wives. Men are not even being taught how to be husbands, being leaders, being fathers, but they making all these babies. Nobody knows how to do their job. And because of that, we all this chaos. And it manifests itself into some dude named Fulio who think it's actually smart to go and desecrate graves, disrespect the dead, make money and monetize off the death of people, and expect that he can go live a peaceful life and enjoy peace and happiness and love without somebody else he affected trying to affect him. That's where we at. And he invited him. Please, this is my address. This is where I'm going to be. This is the time. What planet is that even a smart idea? And for somebody who's supposed to be a business owner, supposed to be a poet, supposed to be an actual lyricist, supposedly. That's why when I say rapper, I say it with a grain of salt. Somebody who's supposed to be intellectually smart enough to write rhymes that motivate people to do something is not smart enough to understand that these ops that you have manifested and created in your life are going to actually be looking for you because they know where you are because you just told them. You know, you can't feel sorry for somebody who invited to the doorstep. You know, you can't feel. The only people I feel sorry for is the innocent people that ain't had nothing to do with nothing that got caught up in the mix. That's what I feel sorry for. Anyway, I had to make this video because I know people was wondering what I would say about it. So this is what I got to say about it, you know. And I feel the same way about soldiers. When a soldier signs up to be a soldier and he goes there and he dies, I don't necessarily I feel bad for the family, right? But not for that soldier because he signed up for it. He knew what he was getting into when he went over there. You live by the sword, die by the sword. So I understand. That's how you choose to live. That's how you choose to die. That's your prerogative. But just know that when you do things like that, you affect more than just yourself. You do. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Just Afro Think Tank, learn some, teach them. I'm out.